was the music of choice, the music that you heard frequently on the records, on the radio I meant. You heard a lot of jazz on television, and at that time a lot of dance halls were prevalent. And many of the bands that played, even though we were younger musicians, we were attempting to play jazz. And there was Boundless nightclub. Most of the nightclubs have disappeared. Most of the dance halls have disappeared. All of them, I would say virtually all of the dance halls. So the opportunities for development among musicians now is extremely limited. Because in those days you could play 7 days a week. In fact, most jobs were 6 days a week, 6 hours a night.
I remember you. You're the one who made my dreams come true. A few kisses ago.
For some reason there are geeks and there are geeks, and I'm a geek for this kind of history, and it just always impressed me even since before I thought I'd ever open anything up or give a tour. Right across the street where that church is, used to be the Lafayette Theater, and next to the church where the supermarket is, it used to be Connie's Inn, which was a competitor with the Cotton Club back in the 20s and 30s. And between the two venues is where the Tree of Hope grew originally, and now people know about it simply as a log on the stage of the Apollo Theater. People on Wednesday night for amateur night rub it for good luck. This corner, 131st and 7th, if you were in Pittsburgh and you said, I'm going to New York, I'll see you in Harlem, meet me on the corner. On Wednesday, the corner was always 131st and 7th. That's where the Tree of Hope was, that's where Connie's was, the Rhythm Club, the Hoofers Club, Lafayette Theater. Everything was here, so this was the stroll, 131st to 132nd on 7th Avenue, which is now called Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard. Going back to Prohibition days, 133rd Street was where everybody ended up who was looking for a speakeasy in Harlem with a live jazz, maybe some booze, maybe something else going on that was a little bit too much fun for the law to abide. So this whole street was African-American owned nightclubs, speakeasies. That goes back to the Prohibition era. So you're looking at number 168 West 133rd Street, which was Pod and Jerry's. And so Billie Holiday, when she first got to town, ended up at Pod and Jerry's. It's almost unheard of to have this kind of culture go unrecognized in, you know, probably the most important contribution to world culture is what came out of Harlem in the 1920s. Whether it was the dance or the art or the music. And then to have to walk up and down this block and not have any sense of what came before, it's sort of a crime. I wanted to own a jazz joint and have a place where the community of jazz lovers can get together during the daytime without having to just worry about set times or anything like that, and, you know, spend a lot of money. You can just come in here and enjoy and relax in a cafe atmosphere and have the jazz playing and meet a lot of musicians and meet a lot of other jazz lovers.
I often walk down the street before, but the pavement always lay beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live.
Well, this Big Apple Easy Woodshed, I wasn't sure that it was a 24/7 club, and I learned that it was attempting to provide jazz nearly around the clock. And I thought, wow, that's a novel idea. Maybe I should take a good look at what they're doing. I became affiliated with this organization by putting together what I call the Harlem Jazz Matinees. The matinee idea being to attract people who might not ordinarily attend a jazz concert, who may not go out in the evenings. That's what Harlem and jazz does to people. It has a humanizing effect where people feel that they can contribute and offer something in return for what Harlem has offered over the generations to so many.
Story was told, knowing what the sound was, explaining myself and what your violence came to